Got it.
Hello and welcome to the NZ Ahead podcast. I'm Liz.
And I'm Brian.
And this week we have got our seasonal show for you. We've got something really special, haven't we, Brian? We're digging up the past.
Yeah, because it's funny when you do like a Christmassy holiday season show, you only ever want to do it once because you can't keep repeating it. So we were going to think about doing something for you guys out there in NZ Aheadland of people that want to think about moving to New Zealand or already living in New Zealand. And you think, well, we may as well use the one that we've already done because it's not going to change.
No.
And it doesn't change.
Do you know what, Brian? I said it in one line and
Yes.
you've just said it in about 25 lines, exactly the same thing. But anyway, So yes, we are rehashing part of our show.
Yeah, but I'm trying to
Because
say why we're
Christmas-
rehashing because there was just no point.
I know.
Yeah.
But a little bit of backstory. I'm just teasing you. A little bit of backstory. When we were moving to New Zealand 15 years ago, this is going to sound a little bit like wishy-washy, and you think, really, Liz, is that what your biggest concern was? But I'm being absolutely honest here. My massive, in fact major, only concern about moving to New Zealand was what Christmas was going to be like. Because we'd come from the UK and it was cold and snowy. Well, it wasn't snowy, but it was like
Snowy.
cold and rainy and dark and
Rainy.
Christmas lights
And rainy.
you know, expensive and just like commercial.
Yeah.
Just like,
Come on carousels in the city centre.
and you could
things
go
like that.
to Christmas markets in the snow, and you know, we had Germany on our doorstep, so we could go over. Not that we ever did, but you knew you could.
Yeah.
And like I say, I wasn't sold on the idea of coming over here and everyone saying, "Oh yeah, but you can go to the beach." You know, that didn't do it for me, and it worried me. It really, really
a
worried
Barbie
me.
on the beach. Huh?
Yeah,
It's
I
just
know.
like, no, it's not Bondi Beach.
Well, right,
But-
because we're going to keep it positive. Because the thing is, it's really good when you have barbecue on the beach at Christmas.
Yeah, but
So
you don't think that at the time, do you?
what we thought would be a really fun thing to do for the end of year NZ Ahead podcast is to share with you, like Bryce said, an old episode from, I think it's 3 years ago, but nothing's changed, exactly the same. It's from our YouTube channel and it's from our other podcast, It's a Drama. So for those of you who don't know, we've got another podcast where Brian and I discuss more personal details of our life, about being an entrepreneurial couple who travel, who live in New Zealand. And yeah, that podcast is more about our personal life. And in that podcast, we made a show talking about the differences at Christmas time in New Zealand to the UK.
Yeah.
And
Well, It's a Drama became NZ Ahead. That's what
It did,
It's
yeah.
still there. It's a drama, but that's what we did. We started out with pushing New Zealand and telling everybody what it was about. But this is what NZ Ahead had to then break off and become NZ Ahead.
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And it's really lovely now because NZ Ahead, as you know, if you're now you're listening to this, is only listened to by people who love New Zealand. And it's like, just put it in its own little
niche, as they call it.
little niche. And it's great because, we know that you love New Zealand as much as we do. You're either moving to New Zealand or you're living in New Zealand or you're an expat, you know, a Kiwi expat who's moved away. We get all sorts of just New Zealand lovers listening to this show. So, like I say, we just thought it would be nice to bring something back from our YouTube channel. And you know what? When you look at it, Bri, we look so young, and that was only 3 years
but
ago.
For these people out there, they're not going to see that, are
I don't
they?
care. I know,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying, like, if you go onto our YouTube channel and have a look, it's scary, isn't it? When you look back,
It was 3 years ago, isn't it?
and that's the importance, I think, of appreciating what you have right now,
Yeah. Yeah.
isn't it?
But it is. It's one of the hardest things. If it's like looking at old home movies and things like that. You're like, oh my god, look how young we look there. And it's the same on YouTube. You'll see something from 6 months ago, and you can see yourself physically aging.
It's depressing, isn't
It's
it?
just like, maybe we should stop. Just do audio only. It's much better. Does my voice sound the same? Yes, it does.
Anyway, that was a nice little personal insight into how
Yeah.
me and Brian are feeling about looking at YouTube this morning. But anyway,
Maybe we should have just done a new one, hey?
you're going to love the show. It talks all about the differences, the food you're going to expect in New Zealand, Boxing Day, New Year,
Father Christmas or
Santa Claus. It's talks about the money side of it, the commercial side of it, and just at the end of the show, we tell you which after 13 years when we recorded that show of living in New Zealand, which one we prefer. So it's a really fun show. But more importantly, we've just wanted to say to you, however you celebrate this time of year, do it well, do it happily, take time for yourself this holiday season. I think that's really, really important. And just a massive, massive thank you to you for being here throughout the year with us. We've seen wonderful growth on this podcast, and we get lots of lovely feedback. And we just wanted to pay it back to you and just say thank you so very, very much for being here with us.
Yeah, and if you do want to join this community of people moving to New Zealand, head on over to www.nzahead.com/free. You're going to hear probably It's a Drama on that one when we actually hear it in the main show. But anyway, head on over there if you want to join this wonderful community of people who are doing the same thing as you, listening to this and thinking about moving to New Zealand or already here in New Zealand. So anyway, let's get on with the show. Kia kaha, stay strong, kia u, stay true, and happy holidays, people.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas,
Merry
happy
Christmas,
everything,
New Year.
We love you, thank you for being with us, and we will see you next year.
See you now.
Okay, enjoy the show, bye.
Kia ora, kia ora, kia ora.
Welcome to the NZ Ahead podcast. Everything you need to know about moving to and living in New Zealand.
There's a whole world here.
So nice to be with you again.
We call it Aotearoa around here, bro.
You'll be right.
We are your hosts, Liz and Brian.
Amazing New Zealand in the southern seas.
See, that's where I belong. That's home.
Hello and welcome to the It's a Drama podcast. I'm Liz.
And I'm Brian.
And today we're going to be talking to you about New Zealand Christmas. Is New Zealand Christmas, is Christmas better in New Zealand?
Yes, of course it is.
And we're here in front of our Christmas tree. You do not know how excited we have been to record this episode for you. We've been thinking about it all year, actually. If you haven't been to this channel before, we're Liz and Brian, husband and wife. And we talk about all things travel, New Zealand, living in New Zealand. We moved to New Zealand 12 years ago from the UK, from England. And we just love to talk to people and help people, get a feel of what life is like in New Zealand.
Yeah, just mainly our experiences, our point of view,
Yeah.
and all those sort of things. Yeah.
So we're going to jump right in because how many have we got? We've got 6 points. Just to give you a little backstory, like I said, we're from the UK. So we have experienced, how old were you when you moved to New Zealand?
12 years ago. Oh,
20?
22?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've experienced 40 Christmases in the UK.
Well, to me,
I
it
was
was
38 when I
me it was
moved here.
46 Christmases,
Right.
but
So
I
a
can't remember
lot.
the first few.
A lot of Christmases in the Northern Hemisphere.
A lot of the other
But in 2018, we took the kids traveling around the world for a year, and we made sure that we went and spent that Christmas in New York. So what we're going to be concentrating on today is a US Christmas, a real traditional US cold Christmas in the Northern Hemisphere compared to the Southern Hemisphere,
Southern Hemisphere.
New Zealand
Yes.
Christmas.
Yeah. And even parts of America which are in the tropics are still a bit warm. Like my brother lives in Florida, and we did see him before Christmas, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
we
for
went
Christmas, we were in New York.
upstate New York,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. Is upstate New York the same as New York?
Wait, it was New York State.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's move straight on and see whether New Zealand Christmas is better. Right. Number 1. You're going to love this because I know all you lot out there love this topic. Food.
Oh.
Food on Christmas Day.
Yep.
So in New Zealand, the food is Brian's favourite. They like to have a nice traditional ham, don't they, Brian?
Yes.
You love that, don't you?
Yeah,
ham?
but they all talk about the ham, and it's just like, it's not really a Kiwi tradition. It's It's Australian, isn't it? Bloody countdown supermarket, eh? Bring you some hams in. Let's get rid of them on the Kiwis.
Yeah, let's give them some Kiwis, that'll do.
They'll eat them for Christmas. We won't.
Oh God, I've gone red. Am I as red as my jumper? Right, can we please just carry on, Brian? So
Okay.
yeah, a New Zealand, the big difference you will notice when you have Christmas dinner in New Zealand is everything is like salady, ham
Just summery food.
summary.
Yeah.
Because it's the middle of summer.
Who wants the big oven on with a roasty going in there and everything like that?
Well, we do. And that's what we're going to talk
but
about
that's,
now.
That's we're not Kiwi though. Yeah.
So, yeah, and we've had this debate with so many people. Like, well, just to give you a little backstory, a couple of episodes ago, Brian, wasn't me, Brian said, "Oh, I don't like kiwi ham. I don't get it." And we had a mass of people saying to us, "Oh, you're just not having it right." And thank you so much for all of you out there that sent us all those lovely recipes, and they're like, "Try it like this, try it like that." But yeah, it's very salady, isn't it, Bri? The kiwi.
Yeah,
Christmas
it's almost
dinner.
like I think they could make it 2 days before, and then they wouldn't have to do anything on the day. Like, you know, I think that's why they have salad.
Do you?
Yeah. Well, my
know,
dad used to cook the turkey a few weeks before.
He did, didn't he?
He did, yeah. Because it was, I couldn't blame him sometimes, because you just sometimes on the day you just can't be bothered to do anything.
Stress
can you?
is gone.
You know.
This year, we are desperately trying to think, what should we have for Christmas dinner that, like Bryce said, just makes it easy? And I suppose a ham, you know, and a bit of salad.
Or throw something on the
A
barbecue.
few things on the barbecue.
Yeah, I'm just going to get the whole ham, just sit it on the barbecue for 2 days. Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Stuff it with a few cloves.
No, just put some smoke in it and things. I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, but
So-
the ham thing they do, I mean, we don't really know how to cook the ham. And we've had people call up and say, this is what you do with your ham. And when you hear it, it sounds
Like
very-
what, on the blower?
Yeah, on the blower. And it sounds quite good, doesn't it? Like, you know?
Yeah,
of,
it
Of
does.
what they actually do. You know, they either smoke it or they baste it in something, roast it, you know, and yeah, I just thought you got the ham and cut it up. And I think the first year I got a ham, that's what I did. And I was like, oh, is that it?
Do you know what we've tried a couple of years? Because we've tried to we'll tell you about the US Christmas dinner in a minute, but we've really tried with our Kiwi Christmases, haven't we? And we've
Yeah.
been like, yeah, you know, get the Barbie on, Bri, get your shorts on and let's have something on the Barbie. And we've been desperate for years to have, you know, like really lovely big juicy prawns. And I can't find them. I can't find decent
I
prawns
have
in
to
New
admit,
Zealand.
can't really find a decent prawn.
No.
I don't know what that is.
I
It's just they're
don't.
quite wishy and watery, aren't
They
they?
are, yeah.
Yeah.
We used to, you know, like back in the UK, you'd have prawns like for a starter or something. They were just like really tasty. I don't know.
Yeah, they had the sweetness to them
Yeah.
and just a taste to them. And it's not like how you cook them. You know, you cook them different ways, and they just did taste that wee bit better.
So
I don't
if
know what
you've
that
got a
is.
secret out there and you're thinking,
Yeah.
oh, I know where you can get some decent prawns, please let us know before the 25th because that would be nice.
Yeah, like biggish prawns, not the little.
Yeah, not-
skinny,
yeah, the ones that
but
you
even
can
the
put on the
small
barbecue.
ones, like yeah.
Do you know what I wish, Bri? I wish we knew someone who could go and get us a lobster. That's what. Imagine that, right? Half a lobster, garlic butter,
Yeah.
lobster thermidor on the barbecue.
Yeah. No, that'd be nice.
The US, okay. So when we went to the US for Christmas, they
I've got some peanuts here, by the way.
Yeah, we're being a bit Christmassy. We've got our chocolate and peanuts out. They served turkey. Oh no, we had steak. We had steak when we went
Christmas
to
Day was steak.
Oh, that was lovely. That steak.
Because the turkey is more Thanksgiving,
Oh yeah.
and because we were there in the US for Thanksgiving, but that's the turkey day,
I'm
and
surprised
then
they're not still eating the leftovers.
They probably
I'm
are.
surprised they don't just turn it out again, like, you know, because
Yeah.
I've never known a country eat so many leftovers as the US.
we just went down to see some friends in Dunedin. They're Americans, and you go to a restaurant with them, and they just put everything that they don't eat on the day. It just goes into a box.
Yeah. We're looking at you, Miley and Brian. Anyway, listen, move
It's just,
on.
it's just alien to being English, having a doggy bag to take things home,
Yeah.
isn't it? Like, you know what they call it, or
Yeah.
a box.
Anyway, we're digressing,
Anyway,
but
yeah.
yeah. So when we went to the US, it was all very warm, and you know, like we had steak and mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was nice, wasn't it?
was
Right,
lovely.
and carrots
Yep.
and all parsnips, and it was all very warm food, very comforting food.
Yes, huge amounts of
Yeah.
food and drink and everything. It was good, wasn't it?
Which makes me think, this is what I've been thinking about. I wonder if you have a Kiwi Christmas, you're going to eat less, you're going to eat healthier because the summer's coming.
Yeah.
So maybe it's like, you know, like Christmas Day, like normally, like, you know, you're just like
Yeah.
bloated in England and the
I have
US
to
and
admit,
stuff.
at Christmas days here, you don't feel so much like that.
No.
You just don't do because, well, I don't know. I think because you can just get up and go out for a walk or stuff like that. I know you can in England, but
I know.
it's just you tend not to, don't you? Like, you know,
Yeah.
you just kind of like food, in by the telly, watch a film, and then more food and watch another film.
Yeah.
That's what we kind of, or, you know, watch your favourite series or something like
It's
that.
weird, isn't it? Because Christmas in the UK was all, and also when we were there in the US, it was all very about eating as much as you can.
That's what it is.
And
It's-
drinking as much as you can and just vegging out. That is what Christmas Day is, isn't it? You don't want to be going off. We're not one of these, let's go for a walk on Christmas. No, thanks. Don't want to go for a walk on Christmas Day. Just want to sit on the couch with a box of roses, don't you?
Yeah, but that's what
Brian?
it's a feast. That's the
Yeah.
whole idea is a feast, isn't it? Like, you know?
But New Zealand, you sort of like feel guilty, don't you? Because it's like they're all off doing their fun things.
Yeah, you can get down the beach if you
Yeah.
want. You know, try out your new surfboard or whatever it is that you've got for Christmas. You know, that's the good thing is if you buy outdoor, you know, you get yourself a bike or something like that, you can use it. It's not like cold and windy.
What do you
and
like
damp.
to do on Christmas Day, Brad? Do
What
you
do I
like
like
to go
to-
for a bike in your underpants?
Yes, I do. I love to get the bike out when it's raining.
No, come on. What do you like to do?
What's my
Christmas
favourite-
Day,
Christmas
every
Day?
year in New Zealand for the last 12 years. Tell the people what you do every Christmas Day.
Well, it's not every day.
Don't
That's what-
lie.
Don't little waggy finger.
Don't
Yeah.
lie. Come on, quickly. It shouldn't take more than a second.
What? I don't really know what you're talking about. Are you talking about when I make breakfast for everyone?
not
no,
saying- no, not
like dinner for
saying
everybody.
that. No, not
No,
saying
you're talking that. Are you talking about when I'm actually collapsed on the sofa and watch some old war films?
you go.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Yeah,
That's
me
what-
and Kev like to
Yeah.
watch old war films.
That's what you do
And
on
it's funny
Christmas
because
Day.
we even watched Apocalypse. What is it? Apocalypse Now last year. And Sonny just came in and started watching it, and he said, "What film are we watching this year?" Yeah.
Sonny's our son.
So
by the
Von
way.
Brian's Express, where where Eagles Dare and all those
So, okay.
sort of films.
So, food, better. Cold Christmas in New Zealand or Christmas in the US? Which better food? Just quickly answer.
Better food. Oh, God, Liz.
Quickly answer.
The answer. Oh, it's a hard
I'm
one.
going to say US. US.
I'll say New Zealand,
Why?
just for the hell of it.
Okay.
Yeah, just so we get some Americans commenting like.
I just like the warmness and the richness and the cozy,
Yeah.
lots of
Yeah.
rich, creamy.
But MJ and Mark were the best hosts to go
Yes,
to at Christmas.
they
If
were.
you're ever in America, go and see MJ and Mark, and they'll look after you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, number 2. Okay, the tree, the Christmas tree. Ta-da! So
Lots of new spring growth on it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird.
the big thing we noticed, and when we moved to New Zealand, I think I've told you before, the kids had just started. We moved in the August. So we moved in the August. We settled in Okura in September. And so Christmas was on us quickly. And it just felt so alien. It was just warm. It was just like, what is this? This isn't Christmas. It didn't feel Christmassy. So I went to a woman at school. I think I've told you before. I went to a woman at school and I just said, look, what can I do to make it Christmassy? And she said, you do know about going and picking your own Christmas tree, don't you? And taking the kids out there with a little hacksaw and getting your own Christmas tree. And I was like, what? You don't just buy your Christmas tree from the shop? Bearing in mind, we've always had a real Christmas tree. We're not artificial Christmas tree people.
No, but it's a business, and you want to support the local businesses, and they're growing to be cut and growing to be cut and growing to be cut.
Yeah.
So there's always something growing, and they've got fields where they're growing up. So it's not like it's not sustainable. So it's a very good way of.
Good
of
point,
doing that.
Brian. Good
There we
point.
go. A lot of people say I don't like cutting a tree down, and it's like, yeah, I know, I understand that, I can
Yeah.
understand it, but hey, it's a business, and it's
Yeah.
once
We
a
like
year.
supporting that little
Yeah.
man and lady, don't we, out there? But anyway, so she sent us out to this farm, to this lady and man that's out in New Plymouth. And literally, you turned up and it was like, okay, here's a typical Kiwi. Here's a hacksaw. Never mind about
Yeah.
the fact you've got a
No
5-year-old
health,
with you.
no health and safety. Who'd like to cut it down? Or
Yeah.
Sonny's like running off with his bow saw, like,
Yeah. They're not the same Christmas trees as they are in the US either. So I haven't done my research or my homework, but this is a New Zealand
tiny thing.
Christmas tree.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like the trees in the US, they've got like those little sharp, spiky, like
Yeah, the needles are spiked. These
Yeah.
are super soft. It's just like I don't know what type of tree it is. It's probably just yeah.
But the good thing about
tree.
these is I don't think they lose their
They don't lose hardly any needles, do they?
needles, no.
No, they don't.
The other thing you could do if you wanted to be sustainable, Bri, is buy one in a pot and then replant it
Yeah.
outside. That would be a good idea.
Yeah.
And it's a big family day out. We always, like this year, we took our
Yep.
kids and their girlfriends and boyfriends. And it's a family day out, isn't it?
It's a great day out. It's just like I'm hunting the tree, because if you leave it too late, you just can't find the tree, can you? And
The Kiwis, they're there, aren't they? I reckon they've been there
they
since
must go in. They
October.
must go from the year before
Yeah,
and
they
put
have.
a white label on it, and that's mine. And it's just like
Because we went on the 1st of December this year, all the smug, thinking, oh yeah, we're going to be
We'll be
early.
one of the first ones.
And nearly all of them just gone,
yeah,
haven't we?
all the big ones are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only downside to having a Christmas tree in New Zealand is that because it's sunny, and if you live in a house with windows, because you wouldn't live in a house without windows, the sun comes in and it wilts it a bit, doesn't it?
This thing goes through about 2 litres of water a day.
Yeah.
But
Christmas tree in America or the UK, the fire's on because it's freezing. And I used to
it's the
think...
same sort of thing.
I know.
Or next to the radiator.
Yeah. And before you know it, you'd have this lovely little spruce Christmas tree and then it'd start to go like this.
Yeah, or you just knock it and they go... and all the needles fall off.
I know. So we have just got to say as well that if you've never been to New Zealand at Christmas time in the summertime, the Pohutakawa is the New Zealand Christmas tree.
It's a bit like the poinsettia plant, isn't it? That you get that is all red. This Pohutakawa has these red flowers. They we have got some footage.
Yeah, and it's gorgeous, and that's called the New Zealand Christmas tree.
Yeah.
So
it's a big evergreen tree, but this time of year, from sort of November, December time, it just starts to flower, and you just think, that's Christmas is coming.
And you get so excited when you see it. It's got this little tight buds, and then just start. You get so excited.
And even if
open,
there's quite a few in the city, and just all over the sidewalks, it's just this almost like velvet, little tiny
like red needles,
aren't they?
Yeah, sort of thing.
Just so soft and lovely.
Right. Okay. So number 3, Father Christmas, or do they call it Father Christmas in New Zealand? They call it Santa. Bit American Santa, isn't it?
American-y, yeah.
What you do in New Zealand? It's Father Christmas, isn't it?
Always Father Christmas.
Yeah.
It's not Santa Claus. It's Father Christmas.
Santa Claus.
It's whatever, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And for the younger audience that are watching, while I was making these points, I thought, we probably might have some younger people in the audience, like, 20-year-olds or whatever. And just want you to know that you've got to be a good girl or boy because Father Christmas does come to you in New Zealand. And yes, it is true that Father Christmas comes to you first when you're in New Zealand.
Yeah, and over if we could jump to that one, see there was a black, that's the chimney. He's skinny here as well. You can get down those wood burners, no problem.
So here's the thing we came up with in relation to Father Christmas when we first moved to New Zealand. It stays light until about 9:30?
Yes, it does.
So when you've got little kids in New Zealand, they won't go to bed because it's so light.
Yeah, they never really get to see the Christmas tree in the dark.
And children, you must go to bed so Mummy and Daddy can have a drink and just, talk to Father Christmas about how good you've been.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing is believing. Don't ever forget that.
But in America or the UK, it was both the same. It's like great because 4:30, 5 o'clock,
it's
pitch
going
black.
dark, isn't it? Yeah.
Which brings us to the point about the Christmas lights as well.
Yes.
Because that's the other thing. In New Zealand, you have to wait until it goes dark.
Yeah, for the little kids. But the thing is, it doesn't really matter because it's the summer holidays. The kids break up like 2 weeks before Christmas, don't they? And then they're off for the whole of January.
Yeah.
So, they do get to see these things. We have the Festival of Lights here in New Plymouth. And
we should talk about that, Brian. Let's talk about the lights at Christmas.
Yeah, so that's what, and they've followed the American way where, people are starting to light up their houses. And it's fantastic. I know they were doing it in the UK before we left, and even I used to put things in trees and stuff like that outside the house. Yeah, for sure. But they, I know when the first time I ever went to America was to Florida, back in 1988, and I just remember my brother taking me to these houses, and I just could not believe it. It was like something out of the Griswolds.
Yeah,
it really, really was.
Yeah.
And they're still doing it now. And we went there last time we were over there, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it's fantastic, to actually see it.
Yeah,
it really, really is.
So you see the films, like Bryce said, the Griswolds and things, and you always think, don't you? Oh, I bet it's not really like that. It is.
It is.
It is exactly like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you remember that when we were in America and we went to that? I know you just said about Florida, but do you remember the one in? Oh no, it was the Florida one that we went to, and it was just like everywhere, just all these lights, and people taking their kids and drinking hot chocolate, and it's just like the film.
It's 80 degrees Fahrenheit, whatever that is in centigrade, and
Florida.
In Florida, and you're walking around, aren't you? When we were in Rochester, it was just thick snow.
Yeah.
So you didn't really want to drive around. You just wanted to stay at home around the fire, didn't you? Yeah.
And talking about Father Christmas as well, have we moved on from Father Christmas? Yeah, you're talking about Father Christmas because we're still on that, aren't we? But it's a bit weird, Bri, how Father Christmas in New Zealand wears jandals,
Yep.
and
Flip flops.
and sunglasses. And I wonder what it was like growing up in New Zealand when you were a child to see all these traditional Father Christmas, Santa Claus images of the man with the big white beard and the big coat. Would you be thinking?
He's going to get a bit hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's magical. So, and
I know he's
that's why he loves
magical,
to. New Zealand is his first place he comes to in the world.
Yeah.
Because this is the first country really in the world to see sunrise. Because we are 12 hours
I
ahead
think Gisborne
of GMT.
is the first country in the
it's
world.
one of
isn't it?
the first cities in the in the world to see the sunrise.
Yeah.
So obviously this is where he starts off, and then goes to Australia, but he doesn't really spend much time in Australia because they're all bad. And then he heads off to somewhere else,
Just that whole cold, snowy. I know some of you have said to us, "Oh no, give me a warm Christmas any day." Yeah. What do you think, Brian? Snowy or?
Do you know what? I love both, but I've got used to the sunshiny type feel to it, and it's just more uplifting. It really is. It just is and I just think Boxing Day.
No, don't talk about Boxing Day. That's on our list.
Okie dokie. Then yes.
Okie dokie. Moving on. Okie dokie.
Moving on.
I've never said okie dokie
now.
before,
Said
Brian.
Boxing Day.
Number 4, Boxing Day in New Zealand.
Genius.
So, this is just weird. Well, for a start, in the US, get this, don't celebrate Boxing Day.
Crazy.
Yeah. So we were like, should we go to the Boxing Day sales? What do you mean? What's Boxing? They just go back to work day after Christmas, back to work.
Off they go. Yeah.
Whereas in the UK and in New Zealand, we celebrate Boxing Day. It's a holiday, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah.
But one thing I've never ever been able to get my head around is what are these people that come Christmas? That some of them, Bri, camp out on Christmas night outside the shops to get to the Boxing Day. I've never seen anyone do that in New Zealand, but to get to the Boxing Day sales.
Yeah,
How is that?
they won't even buy each other presents because they're gonna just go and get the sales.
That's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, but I suppose you can get double the amount of stuff.
I'd hate
Maybe
it
that's
if you
what
did
it
that
is.
for me. Imagine that. What
Did I not
have
tell
I
you?
got for Christmas? Pardon?
Did I not show you?
What have I got for Christmas, Brian? Nothing, because you're going to get it on Boxing Day.
Yeah.
Bit weird. It's a bit stingy, that, isn't it?
It is because it's just that's the magic of Christmas is giving the gifts on the day, isn't it? You know? But hey, it's everyone to own, and that's what people love to do.
Yeah. What?
Well,
Give presents after Christmas?
Well, save the money and go to the sales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you do that?
Yeah, but they used to film it in the UK, didn't they? The people would camp out in sleeping bags because I remember seeing this one year. There was a TV right not far in, and it was £1.
£1?
For a television.
Oh, what city was that in?
Oh, London, probably.
Was it London?
Yeah, and they just literally ran out. It was almost like a fight, and I think they pushed the TV over just so they could buy it for £1.
Anyway, I don't think it's quite. But saying that, the Kiwis do like to get a bit of a bargain, so you will see them.
We all love a bargain,
Yeah.
don't we? You could always go to the warehouse for that.
Yeah, but America, no, they don't. There won't be any shopping to be done on Boxing Day because they're all back at work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right, number 5. I like this one. So here's the thing: Kiwi Christmas, Christmas in New Zealand. It's first day of summer in New Zealand is the 1st of December, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So it's the summer holidays. The kids, like Bri said, it's Christmas. The kids break up. You've got 6 weeks or all of January off, probably longer than 6 weeks.
Yep.
And it's the summer. And that feels so gorgeous, doesn't it?
It does, because the country as a whole closes. I mean, everything's going.
He's not exaggerating.
All essential services are going, but the majority of people take a month off. They really do. They can throw all their holiday, and not everybody, because obviously people have got to work. Are
you just talking about tradies or?
Oh, there's so many places, Liz, that even just like the plumbers merchants, they won't open till the 15th of January sometime.
Won't they?
Unless, you're the skeleton service, which there might be one or two guys in there. But the majority of people that's it.
Yeah,
They're
because
off.
they're having a break because it's the summer.
It's their main summer holiday and Christmas break all in one.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. You've just said it. Yeah. And that's why I think the US Christmas or a Northern Hemisphere Christmas, I kind of feel, Bright, that's not better, but they get it's not fair because they get 2 big celebrations in the year, which we kind of miss out on in New Zealand.
Well, you do, but yes, but...
Do you see what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Because,
yeah,
you know, they've
that
got
mid-year
Christmas,
thing, there's
and
nothing...
then summer holidays in July, and it's like, yay, 2 celebrations. But here it's like, yay, all one celebration. And then you get to June and July, and you're like, well, what have we got to look forward to?
I know, yeah. But the
Do you
thing...
agree?
Yes, but you've got your Christmas and New Year, which is just one big holiday.
Yeah.
And then now you're going to go on your summer holiday.
Yeah, it's all moulded
I
into
know,
one.
but sometimes it's better to have that.
It's like
extra
having your
long
birthday
time
on
off.
Christmas Day. How rubbish would
I know,
that be?
that'd be crap, wouldn't it? I just hate to have my birthday in December.
I know.
It'd just be,
I feel so sorry for them.
Just the one present this year.
Yeah.
It's combined.
We've got you an extra big one because it's combined.
Yeah.
That's not true,
We're
is
waiting
it?
for the sales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I kind of feel like, you know, we're being a bit ripped off by having it all in one. Some
is,
people
but-
in New Zealand, right, get this. Some people, like when they've moved over from the UK or America or something, they do this thing in June, June 21st.
Or
isn't
June
it?
25th, something like
And
that.
they do this thing where they pretend it's Christmas and they put it.
I know. Some people, who,
Right.
will go
Bit
up into
weird,
the
isn't it?
mountains to get the snow and put a Christmas tree up. Yeah.
Where? Where can you go up in the mountains? Do you mean go up into the ski resort?
Up into the...
Yeah, would you
the
do
South
that, Brian?
Island's got the Southern Alps. It's got a huge mountain range. Yeah.
I feel as if you're being a bit against me on this podcast, Brian. I'm trying
because
to like...
you've sort of almost like... You've already said that the American food is better
Yeah?
than the Kiwi food.
No, I
And
just
it's
said the experience of it, yeah.
the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
As in there's more of it and it's
now
more
you're
rich.
saying that you'd rather actually have 2 celebrations a year instead of just the one.
Yeah, I would.
And
But I don't want to
so
do that weird
it's just
thing
sounding
that...
to me like this was just supposed to be like, talk about the New Zealand sort of...
No, is
Christmassy
New
tree.
Zealand Christmas better, which I'm giving you the
Yes.
other side of it.
Yeah.
No, well, we haven't decided yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just some people do, and I'm all for anyone doing anything that they like. It's always a great idea in the
Yeah.
middle of June, to put your Christmas tree up and pretend it's Christmas.
But
no, I kind of get it.
I can
I'm
get it
just
because it goes
joking.
dark at 5, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
So you can see why they would like to have a Christmas tree light. Yeah, I mean, I put lights up in all the bushes out in the garden.
you
keep
have,
pointing
yeah.
out there because the garden's out there, and they've just been on all summer because
Yeah.
it's so nice and all winter, I should say.
yeah.
Because they just come on when it goes dark and that's it. They switch
Yeah.
off about 11:30 at night. Yeah.
All right, then. So that's that point anyway. So that was number 5. Right, number 6. This is the last one. Oh, well, hang on. Was that the one? Yeah, number 6. This is the last one now. How are we doing for time?
That's all right.
Yeah?
Yep.
So number 6 is in the UK and in the US, I've been told is the same, is you want to just make it last forever because you've got nothing to look forward to because there is nothing more depressing than January the 1st in England. And I'm sorry, that is true, isn't it, Brian?
But it is, yeah.
It's just like, oh no, that's it, it's over.
Yeah, it's just cold. There's a flat light.
Yeah.
It's just chances
it's
raining,
miserable.
not even snowing. And it's chilly and cold. And it's just like you spend a fortune for that, thing. And there's
Yeah.
nothing to look forward to. So that's that. You have that down feeling. And not only that, you've got to go back to work,
I know.
And the kids are going back.
When do you go
shortly
back
as
to
well.
work in the UK? When do you go back to work?
Well, you get New Year's Day, and it literally can be the following day. Yeah,
it's-
because even Scotland get an extra day.
I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but it is
Yeah.
flipping depressing.
But
isn't
here
it?
we get New Year's Day and then New Year's Day observed. So you get 2 days at
Right.
New Year as well.
Yeah.
So this is the great thing this year. It's a Saturday and Sunday. Obviously, it's always the same for Christmas Day and New Year's Day. So it's Saturday for Christmas Day, Boxing Day's on the Sunday, and then you get the Monday, Tuesday off. And then it's New Year's Day on the Saturday. So you only need to take 3 days of your holiday off. And you've got, like 10 days of
Yeah.
holiday. You only need to take
Yeah.
6 days. You've got 2 weeks off instead
Yeah.
of taking 10 days holiday. So it's brilliant this year.
And all the Kiwis go camping. They're huge into camping.
Yep.
So it's like, get your tree down as quickly as possible and let's get on with enjoying the summer. That's how it feels.
Yep.
Doesn't it? Like we've
That's
never been, we never regret taking the tree down in New Zealand because it's like, that's the start of, that's it now.
Yeah, you
Have a
just
good clean
open
up.
up the windows and away. It's
Brian has
summer,
a good
isn't it?
clean out and says, right, Liz,
Yes,
come
have a
on,
good
we're ready
clean
for
out.
our summer holidays.
Off we go, hey?
But like I say, Northern Hemisphere, you're trying to hold on for it as long as possible.
Yep.
Do you remember that year, Bri, when we had that really? I loved that year. We were in quite a lot of debt, weren't we? And we sat down. I think it was on about the 2nd of January. We got all our credit card bills out and stuff, and we were like, we made this thing. We were like, right.
We were renovating a house at the time. We literally didn't have 2 pennies to rub together.
Are you talking about the same time?
Jubilee Street?
No, I wasn't talking about then.
right.
No. Oh no.
not that
That was
time.
a terrible time. That was like we sat and nearly we were so depressed. No, I'm talking about the positive time, Brian, in Beechwood House when we got
Yes.
all our bills out and we were just, I don't know what came over us. We were like, right, we're going to sort this out. We're going to pay this much for that a month. We're going to stop doing that. We're going to get extra hours there.
Sell
Do you remember?
everything.
Yeah, we're going to sell a load of stuff, secondhand stuff. And we did it. And it was just like the best year. I don't know if that was the year before we were planning on moving to New
wasn't
Zealand.
far off coming here, yeah.
We just got it in our heads that we were just going to start afresh. We were going to clear all our debts. Yeah. I never forget that. That was the one new year that wasn't depressing because it was exciting, because it was like, right, we're going to really work at this. Anyway, we're keeping this a nice positive podcast because
Merry
it's
Christmas.
Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. It's depressing in January.
Scrooge.
Right, okay, so that was that one. Listen, if you are still watching this, you must really, really love New Zealand. And if you haven't signed up for our free 5-day video guide that we put together for you to show you exactly what life is like in New Zealand, then go and click the link. I think it's up there, isn't it, Brian? And we will send you 5 days of free videos and show you what life is like in New Zealand. You'll absolutely love it. Like I say, it's totally free, got nothing to lose, just go and do it and you can see some life in New Zealand things.
Yeah.
So before we go, before we tell you which one we think is best, I've got to share this with you, right? Okay, you're not going to believe this. This week, we got our early Christmas present because we get a package through the post in the letterbox, and all it said was Liz and Brian Deakin, said our address, and on the back it said Pat and then a phone number.
That was it. Yeah.
That was it. And we're like, who's this from? We opened it up and it was full. I'm going to show you some footage. It was full of seeds for the garden. Thousands of seeds for flowers and poppies, marigolds, all these flowers you can think of. This lady had sent to us
all
through
from her
the
own
post.
garden and
from her
things,
own
just
garden.
and collections that she's been doing, things like that. So it's amazing, isn't it? To
It
actually think
is.
someone would send you these things.
And so I phoned her up because her number's on the back, and I'm like, oh, hello, can I speak to Pat, please? And she's like, hello, Liz. And I was like, hello. And she just said, anyway, we got chatting, and she's like, I'm just being a typical Kiwi. I saw your garden. I can see you like gardening, and I've got loads of seeds, and I sent them to you. No worries. And I was like, oh, that is just New Zealand,
That's New Zealand
isn't
for
it?
you. Yeah.
That is Kiwis for you. It's just... And you know what, Pat? You made our flipping day, didn't you,
It
Brian?
was, heart of gold. That's it.
It was, and it was just... So I've said to Pat, right, in the summer, I'm going to Brian's going to get out there in his underpants and his spade, and he's going to dig a nice big garden for us, aren't you, Brian?
Yeah.
While you're there, you can dig
all
the
the other
mouldy
work done.
pit as well and throw some hang in. And we're going to do a podcast, and we're going to have all these flowers in the background, and you can see it. It's just, I can't believe it.
No,
So
I couldn't
kind.
believe it. It was just lovely, wasn't it? Yeah.
Be honest, when you were in America and compared to New Zealand,
Yes.
you don't need to compare it, but when you're in America, did you get a feeling? So we went in 2018, Trump was in power, everyone was telling us, oh, America's just a mess, everyone's angry. Did you get a feeling when you were there at Christmas that it was like hostile and everyone was like, Neither did I. I loved it.
They're just normal people, just getting on with life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. It was a real feeling. We went sledging and, just did all these Christmassy things.
The thing is, we wanted to, because the kids grew up in New Zealand. They can't remember a cold Christmas, really.
No.
So, I'd asked my cousin any chance to come and stay with us. And he went, do you know what, Brian? It doesn't snow at Christmas. And I'm like, whoa, I always thought it did. He's like, it's always January, February.
Oh, not coming then, bye.
When it snows. But we turned up, this cold snap had come through, lake effect snow, because it was right by the Great Lakes. And it just got dumped on, didn't it?
Yeah.
And then we were driving through the snow to get to his house, and we turned up, and it's just this winter wonderland, and they're just waving at the door as we turned up. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we've got someone on. We've got a private New Zealand community group. That's, by the way, if you sign up for that free 5-day guide, that will give you instructions on how to get into that community group. It's just for people moving to New Zealand, though. So if you already live in New Zealand, it's not going to be for you. But we've got someone there called Randy, and he lives in Canada, and he's his wife is a Kiwi.
Yes.
He's Canadian,
Yep.
and they're moving back to New Zealand next year, aren't they?
Yes, yeah.
And
Oh, they
he
are.
sent us pictures of where he lives in Canada, and it's just beautiful. They live on a lake. It's all snowy. It just looks picturesque.
Yeah.
But he said to us, Liz, it is fine for a couple of weeks or even a month, but it starts to get you really down. It's like I cannot stand another winter of this. Funny, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I remember when we were living in Whistler, we were working in a ski resort, and we didn't see green grass for almost 6 months. I can remember driving down, and we were going back to Vancouver or down to Vancouver, and it's just like, oh my goodness, green grass.
Yeah.
It was just amazing, wasn't it? It's just, and it is. It's, I remember having to dig out to get out of the house because the snow was 12 foot high.
Yeah.
And it was just, it'd all fallen off the roof, hadn't it, as well? And it was a bit of a nightmare. You couldn't get out of the house. Crazy.
When we were working in Whistler, I mean, it's time to wrap up now, but just so we did a Christmas there, didn't we? We were running a ski chalet, hosting a ski chalet, cooking for people. And that was the only Christmas ever that Boxing Day, I got up and we went to the gym. Do you remember that? And we were so blooming smug. We were like, oh, look at us at the gym on Boxing Day. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Obnoxious, weren't we?
Yeah, because they celebrate Boxing Day.
We're like, oh, at least we're not at home stuffing our face. Oh, do they celebrate Boxing Day in Canada?
I'm pretty sure they do, yeah.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
might
remember
be
that
wrong,
Christmas.
but I'm pretty sure they do.
We didn't have kids, and we were just young, free, and single, weren't we? And we're just like, yeah, it was a good Christmas. That it was nice, wasn't it?
Great, and it snowed on Christmas Day.
Yeah, I love Whistler. I love Canada. Anyway, right. So before we wrap up, which do you prefer? Christmas in New Zealand, which is better? Christmas in New Zealand or Christmas in the US?
Well, the first few years in New Zealand, I didn't really like Christmas
Right.
because it never felt right. And I always like, nope, prefer a cold Christmas, much better. Going to German markets when it's frosty and cold and drinking Glühwein and stuff like that, and have all those sort of things. And that side of it is lovely because it's dark at 5 o'clock and things like that. But after being in New Zealand, I feel I don't spend half as much money on Christmas.
That's a good point.
Which is
That's a
true,
good point.
because you're always
Should've talked about
thinking
that.
you're going to go on holiday afterwards, so kind of like spread the money through or this, that, and the other. And the more and more I've lived in New Zealand, the last sort of 5-6 years, it's just I just really enjoy it now.
You love it.
Yeah. I mean, not every time it's blistering hot on Christmas Day.
No, especially not in the neck.
It can just be miserable and damp. It makes me laugh the time your sister over in Gisborne, which it would have probably been 35, 40 degrees centigrade. And she lit the wood burner, closed all the curtains.
Oh God!
And put some
That
Christmas
sounds about
films
right.
on, and all they did all the presents
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And she said we just came piling out of the house about 11 or 12 o'clock because it was so hot.
Oh really?
Yeah, and just had to get some fresh air, and it was so hot outside. So people do try and recreate those sort of cold Christmassy things, but realistically,
So you're going to say New Zealand then?
I'm going to say New Zealand. After living it and trying it, because I know there's a lot of people saying, "Oh no, I love my cold Christmases." Well, you don't know until you've tried the hot Christmas.
I'm going to say I prefer the New Zealand. Am I allowed to say two parts? I prefer the New Zealand after the Christmas,
Yes.
after Christmas.
The
But
run up.
actually, Christmas Day, Bri, I prefer the cold Christmas.
Christmas.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. And the reason for that is because I feel as if a cold Christmas brings everyone together more. You can't go outside. You're stuck in the house with everyone.
Yep.
And I know that sounds a bit like, oh, that's a bit weird thing to say, but in the summer, like the kids will go off down the beach, your husband's on the barbecue, the girls are sitting down in the garden having a glass of wine. I don't know, there isn't that.
Yeah, you do sort of
Togetherness.
segregate
You
because
do.
you've got all the outside space.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whereas I found that in America and also the UK, you're just in the front room, aren't you, really?
Well, you are in front room watching telly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's from up north, that accent, by the way.
So we hope you have enjoyed this episode as much as we have
Yes.
loved making it for you. I
Yep.
mean, I feel a little bit like, what's he called? That Des Esmond. Des
Esmond.
remember that host show with that guy and he was called Des? And he'd
Des
sit
O'Connor.
there, and he'd sit there with his Why are you looking at that?
I was just thinking, why Des O'Connor? I don't know.
Because he used to sit next to a Christmas tree and he always had his Christmas jumper on, yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
I don't think they get Des O'Connor in New Zealand.
No.
Is he American?
No. It was
Ah.
English.
Yeah.
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 I'm confused.
Why?
No,
What's-
because I don't really remember seeing Des O'Connor doing that at Christmas.
Don't you?
Yeah,
Christmas show?
Maybe he just did, yeah.
Yeah, he'd sit next to a Christmas tree and
Right.
play his guitar or something, wouldn't he?
Are you sure you don't think of the American guy?
What?
I can't remember his name now.
No.
Andy Williams?
What?
No, I don't know.
Anyway. Okay. Oh, Ryan, right, okay, give me a hot flush. Okay, so next, I want you to go and watch 4.5 things that you will never see in New Zealand, because if you've loved this episode, then we talk about those 4.5
Yes.
things. So go over straight away, click the link and go and watch that. You will absolutely love it. And until we see you over there, you have a fantastic Christmas.
Yes,
Obviously, we're going to see you before Christmas Day.
obviously. Yeah.
But just wanted to say that we love you so much. This year has been our year that we've discovered a community of people, not just through the podcast, but through YouTube too.
I know. And that's the thing. It's just like everyone out there who spends time writing those comments, just thank you so much. Because, me and Liz go through those things and we just read it, just like, look at this, read this. And it's just like, there's loads of you out there, and just please keep doing what you're doing, because it just makes us feel warm inside that we've got a, you hear so many sort of horror stories on YouTube with people, the trolls, the this, that, and the other. But I'm just saying, it's just fantastic to see such good positivity,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of trolls on this.
Yeah, but it's so nice to get that community of what we have.
It is, yeah, I know. I'm only playing. I'm just joking. Until then, we're going to say have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Thank you so much. Love to you all.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Kia kaha. Stay strong. See you soon.
Bye. Thank you so much for joining us on the podcast this week. We have loved having you here with us.
If you love this week's show, please share this with your friends. Send it to anybody you know that wants to think about moving to New Zealand, and get on over here yourself.
And tell them how brilliant it is as well. And also, if you haven't signed up for our free 5-day video guide showing you what life is really like in New Zealand, then go over to the website and sign up. You are missing out. This is brilliant. Go over to www.nzahead.com/free and we will send you 5 days worth of videos about what life is like in New Zealand. You are going to love it. So one more time, that website that you need to sign up for the free 5-day guide is www.nzahead.com/free. So we're going to see you next week. Until then, have a great week and we'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Say bye, girl. Bye.
Bye.